Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to Crawlympics 2024. Welcome back to what is going to be Wheelin' Wednesday for the foreseeable future. As today we are here to see Group 3 run through at Stage 1, which is, of course, Mavericks. How smoothly can we do this pan transition? Probably not too bad. We don't have any sort of image stabilization on the camera, so we got to go with what we got. Here's our group for the day. It goes D, E, E, G. No Fs. Surprisingly, there was no Fs. I had an F in my brain. I had Flanco in my head, but Flanco lives in pieces in Belgium now. So moving from left to right, Diablo, Eddie, Eskee, and the GFO. If I had to pick the gentleman with the advantage today, I have absolutely no idea. In this group, none of these are not rock crawlers. We're basically looking at a group of 4 rock crawlers. And 2 of them, the gentlemen that don't have full bodies, are really rock crawlers. Eddie can do a little mix. GFO can do a little mix. But before we get out onto the course, which has been watered down, I had to water the course down this morning because it was dry as ashes. We are full in the grips of summer now. You know, now that we're, 6 days into summer, it is summer. It is not summer-like. It is 81 degrees. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. It is summer in the desert. So here's your group. For Group 3, we'll break them down. We'll do the usual breakdown, if my brain can remember what is what. Closest to camera, first up on the day, Diablo. Diablo is composed of a UGRC Kleimenstein chassis, but only the chassis remains. All of the other pieces had to be refabricated or replaced because they did not work good, including the transfer case and motor mount, both of which exploded. Not all 3D prints are created equally. Servo duties are handled by an NSDRC RS800 V2. Power is routed via a Furitech Lizard 10 into a 3532 Outrunner of an unknown KV and an unknown manufacturer. It is any one of those numbers. It's basically not a Rhino Crawler S20. It's a Globact or a Surpass, or it's one of those. He runs on 4S. Tires are taken care of by J Concepts Ruptures on the solid brass wheels, which have been kind of hybridized. And we've got Canyon Custom triple stage inserts in there. Shock duties being taken care of by Dravtech Shorts. Next, beside him, is Eddie. Eddie is a straight axle Phoenix. He has been Zoku'd. He is fitted with a TRX4 Sport Camper shell. He is largely unmodified underneath, other than being a Zoku Phoenix. Servo duties are taken care of by an NSDRC. He has a Fusion SE 1200. I'm sorry, 1800 is on the portals, 1200 on the straight axles. Canyon trails with some extremely soft 3D printed inserts, and I think his servo duties for dig and overdrive are taken care of by AGFRC A20 CLS. He weighs almost the exact same amount as a Phoenix with a Phoenix body on it. He just looks different. He's a good looking guy. What is it with me and behind? Is it too early? It could be too early. Right beside him, immediately to his left, our right, is Eskee. Called Eskee because of SK, Stage Killa, Sporty Kinda. It's like we've got a little rhyming thing going on. Eskee is built out of a chassis, an Amazon chassis of a name that I cannot recall. He is fitted with basically stock Capra axles. He has an Amazon 3-gear dig gearbox in the middle, running ruptures, 1.9 ruptures stretched onto 2.2 wheels. He runs custom fit 3D printed inserts made for 1.9 ruptures stretched onto 2.2 wheels in the rear, and he runs just stock single stage foams in the front. He has very little in the way of like truly custom stuff. He was built to be a sporty kinda. He does not have a dramatic amount of breakover, which most sporty builds do, but he is immensely capable on things like rocks. He runs a Fusion 1200, Fusion SE 1200 through portals on a 3 gear, and all of those things spell to be very, very slow. So he may be the first guy that just gets to go almost full tilt boogie all the way around and still isn't very fast at it. Closing out Group 3 is the GFO. GFO standing for Ground Fox Origin. It is an Artful Dodgers Ground Fox V1 chassis for Element. So he's running Element axles, a little bit of Trial brass sprinkled here and there. And he has a Vanquish Origin full cab body atop that. He runs a Hobbywing Fusion Pro, so if anyone here today has an advantage based on RPMs, it would be the GFO, potentially countered back by the fact that he's got full fenders and straight axles and doesn't have the greatest amount of ground clearance and is a little bit more suited towards rock crawling in a scale fashion than he is going fast around a course like Mavericks. Mavericks is like Ultra 4, Ultra Light, and let's be honest, none of these 4 are particularly well suited to do it. As I had forgotten to mention it, the GFO is running Duratrax Fossils, and they are indeed fitted with squid insert 3D printed inserts. His servo, we shouldn't sleep on the servo, is a ProTech 370 TBL Black Edition, and the servo in Eskee, I forgot to mention that, is a G14 from Three Brothers, which is, I think, 4S capable, but he is running on 3S. So it goes 4, 3, 3, 3, because we've got Fusion, 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 just one outrunner in the mix today. We've got 2 guys without fenders, we've got 2 guys with fenders. We've got 2 guys on Class 2s and 2 guys on Class 3s. We've got a nice mix today, and the beauty of today's mix is I have no ideas. Absolutely none. Who will be the fastest of this group? I don't know. I do know that the last time Diablo was out here on the course, his entire gearbox, which was really more of a transfer case, exploded and gears fell out of it. So that's not going to happen now. All those parts have been replaced since. He has potentially too much brass on him, running the G2 knuckles with even more brass outside that. He is quite heavy. He has really good breakover and ground clearance. Maybe it'll pay off. I don't know. You know who else is out here with us? Cardi B. Cardi B is here. First day of Cardi B bringing the rigs out to the course. It is already getting real bright. Look at that blowout off in the distance. We will get the cameras set up. We will get these guys lined up. They go in that order. We go in alphabetical order. Diablo, Eddie, Eskee, GFO. Day 3, or Group 3 more accurately. We're out at like day 21 of Crawlympics 2024. Put in your bets now, everybody. Who do you got?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I might not be able to tell you anything with any overwhelming degree of confidence, but I can tell you this. For what we're about to do right now, his suspension feels hard as nails. He has a very heavily damped setup, and I get the feeling we're gonna bounce. But maybe his ground clearance out in that chop stuff in the middle is gonna pay off for us. I don't know. I don't know anything right now. All I know is this: we gonna go. He's got 5 minutes. There are no warm-up laps because it's just one good lap out of 5 minutes. You take your best lap, and that's the only thing that counts. And we're going to do that thing. Diablo, sir. And this is also no warm-up. We got no warm-up for the driver. It's just get on the course and go. It's almost completely dried out from when it was watered down about 20 minutes ago. So, Diablo, it is on you, sir. I wish you good luck and Godspeed. Oh yeah, it's a little bouncy. And he is definitely geared in such a way. So TRX4 portals, and then this is the, very bouncy. This is the clone Creeper T with FMM. So the gear reduction is fairly substantial. First lap, we just take it nice and easy. Oh, ruptures will. Oh, whoa, that was tight. That was real tight. Did not anticipate that level of tightness. A CT01 is doing the radio duties, the LDARC. It's a little small for my hands, but we're only dealing with it for a minute here, so we'll manage. He is definitely a heavy boy. Woo! Almost got the eject there. Okay, he's got enough to carve it sharp. This is basically warm-up lap. That's what this is. Stay inside. Oh, the chop stuff right here gives him no problem at all. Just gotta. It just takes one clean one. Ruptures are pretty good, yeah. He does have a little wheelbase problem right there. We got to remember, coming around down the mound, whatever we choose to name this mound of rock over here beside the turnstile, don't cut it too tight. Yeah, I forget. These are the G2 Wilderness Knuckles. I forget. The turn is better. It's just better. Compared to a stock one, yeah. He might be the only guy on TRX4 axles that can swing that corner around like that. Oh, no! Nine iMod. That is a 9 iMod motor in there. We saw it from an upside down position. And he's lower, 1400. I only saw 1.4. I didn't see the rest of it. I can't remember if 9 iMod does a 1450 or a 1470. Oh, no. Yeah, he's having a bad day. He is well and truly not suited for this. And that is becoming increasingly clear. Made most glaringly obvious by, yes, I do recognize. If I recognize one thing over others, it's that we need a fourth camera out here. When he comes through this section right here, it's so easy. It's so easy. Of everybody that's run through here, he comes over that mound more easily than anyone. Okay, now we gotta back it up. Whew, the teeter is mean today. I have no idea how we're doing on time. We're just not gonna look. It vibrates a lot. When it goes off, he might have enough to get around again. He's looking proper tidy. This is not his thing. Skewer's no problem. We get through here. He has a little problem there. He's got big underdrive. When he gets loose, he's done. I can't say that I can recall one lap here where it felt clean all the way. Something went bad every time around. And when he goes bad, he really goes bad. Okay, come down clean off here. You can probably salvage this. Yeah, that thing hits the ground so hard. But he is definitely going to make it through unscathed. I say that and then immediately fall off the course. Yeah, those pipes don't mean nothing. 4-inch drainage pipes, he goes right over them like they're not there. And as I said, not a single lap looked like the pinnacle of cleanliness. We did the best we could, and he pulls into the spot as the timer vibrates. We have seen that before. How many laps did he make? I don't know. How well did he do? I have no idea. Eddie says he's ready. If Eddie says he's ready, he's ready. Ooh, okay, here's the deal. 3S and a 1200. You want to talk about stuff about gear reduction. Eddie feels punchier off the line already than Diablo did. No portals, right? Straight axles, straight axles. 1200 is absolutely snapping. Eddie, when you are ready. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, all right, hold on. Eddie, take it easy. Okay, he looks like a Dakar truck, like a raid truck. Oh man. Buddy, if you can keep it tidy through here, straight axle not helping. He's got so much zoom. He's absolutely stuck right here. Dig ain't gonna save you. Oh no, it is. Oh my goodness, is he snappy? He's so snappy. Okay. Oh, Eddie. All right. So this is competitor, what, 10? This is number 10 through. Eddie is the first one that feels like, given unlimited attempts, like if we can just come out here and run packs dry, he is the one that has felt so far like he would just dominate. I'm using 40 to 50% throttle for most of this. He is just... I said that Argenum felt effortless. He and Argenum is still... are we all keeping track that the guy who ran this first is the fastest one that's run it? Eddie could beat him. Eddie's just got to find it. So they say, if it looks slow, it's probably fast. Eddie feels fast, but in the good way of feeling fast, which is I never really feel like I'm completely out of control. You want to be on that edge. You want to be on that ragged edge of going too fast. I got a quick step with this guy. Yeah, that's definitely an A20 CLS pulling dig over there because it's so responsive. We all saw that, right? Killed by the skewers. He jumped off the top of the metal rungs. He can get out of, and that was perfectly. It was like he was on a vehicle stand. As high centered as you could get. I don't think he's going to be putting a run on Argenum, but I do think I did it again. Too tight on the turn. Came in too tight. F10s, man, you got to remember. You go back and forth from a TRX4 axle to an F10 straight. It's going to get real tight. I don't think he's putting a run at the top, but he could. There have been some errors made because the speed that he assaults the course and his suspension is just soaking it up. Never said what he's running for shocks. They are the KYX. They're heavily modified. I mean, they're KYX bodies, but I don't think anything else is part of them that came on the KY. Not as spicy. There you go. Don't get sideways in the air there, bud. We'll dig there. This is the thing about Phoenix and Zoku Phoenix. That dig, man. Oh, that was the one. That was the one, dude. I feel like he had it. I feel like he had it, and I feel like I gave it away. Get out wide. There's a change for post-Crawlympics Mavericks. That little corner where everybody does a little pivot turn. Oh! It still cost us the time, but that's catch of the day. That was, we were full endo mode there. Managed to pull it back. Oh, he gets out. This stuff right here, this is his house. Oh, right through. And remember when I said that Diablo pulled into his spot right as the timer expired? Here's Eddie pulling in. And it is literally vibrating right now. There's no... Can I get it close enough to the mic? I don't know if it's going to pick that up. Did they run the same amount of laps? I don't know. Did they feel similar? They felt as different as two remote control cars could feel. Like, these are polar opposites of one another. And if we really want to get into a discussion of polar opposites, that's full speed reverse. That's full speed forward. He's brisk enough. He's brisk enough that I think he can do some damage if he gets through clean. Oh, this is going to be a great day. Group 3 is going to be a great day because I have no idea who's better than who. This is the great unknown this week. Eskee, the rig who is absolutely not built for this. 1200 on portals. Very slow. Sir, whenever you are ready. But he can slither like a snake. Okay, hold on. It's going to be between the wheelbase stuff. Oh, look at him just... Okay, so definitely the least bouncy. He doesn't lift. Oh, like an absolute lizard. Okay. This is it's a good thing that... Oh, I thought he had it. It's a good thing that he's got a little tortoise shell look to him because this could very well be some tortoise in the hair stuff. Can you knock it down? How far do you got to get? He feels slow. He looks slow. His steering response is absurd. He is light. So he gets absolutely bullied by the course. Any error you make with him, we've taken an open wheel, we've taken an F1 car onto a rallycross course, basically. You can't make mistakes. And he will pull you into mistake. Oh, the steering. I kid you not. In terms of steering sharpness, I'm overturning most things, and his wheelbase is proper long. 340 millimeters or so, I want to say. He turns in like he's on an 11-inch wheelbase. Oh my goodness. I said Diablo was murdering that turn through the rocky dome, the mound. No, this guy absolutely destroys it. The responsiveness. He is the race car of the group, which is odd because he is unquestionably the most rock crawler of the group. He has no trail heritage or lineage at all. Should have gotten in the dig there. Lost a second or two. Hopping like a little blue cricket. We're just not, I can't use RPM. Oh, he just pulled a spot through there, through the middle. Nobody goes there. Nobody goes there. He will hug pipe all the way around. He can, no, get off. That was the one. That was the one. That was the hot lap. As soon as that wheel fell off, doomed. That was the hot lap. He comes through that top section. It's getting washed out again between the stinky trees. Good. Oh, yeah. Oh, again. What we find out in the edit is the bestest. because this guy has way less wheel speed, way less available wheel speed than, say, Eddie. Oh, that hang on. Come on. So because he is pretty much unquestionably the lightest entrant on the day, the teeter is just bullying him. But, I mean, never discount ruptures, ever. Okay, I feel like we're nowhere near time. So we're going to scoot again. So, I don't know, just imagination. Imagination. This guy feels like he's way out ahead of everybody else. Outran myself. Aside, that one roll that he had, he's going to be given an allowance here. His timer is going to run out probably before the teeter comes down. But we're going to let him go. We're going to give him an allowance bonus for this last one. I don't think this is his fastest one anyway. Let's see if the vibration even stopped. No, so he ran about 5 minutes and 8 seconds. We will allow that last one because the operator was a little slow on his feet to get to him when he rolled after the teeter, and probably cost him probably about that 8 seconds. Like I say, this is a preliminary round. We can make some questionable decisions. It's allowed. Just a little quick side note before GFO gets his run underway. Eskee is fitted with 10 Pro shocks. Every one of his shocks has a huge blob of dirt oil sludge at the bottom of it. That little escapade cost him some time in the maintenance bay because those shocks are, yes, a little bit worse for wear. Also, one of his bumper tubes basically broke. It's an aluminum chassis spacer. It's hanging on by a thread, but he made it through great, and I think it feels like he'll have top time, but GFO hasn't run yet, and GFO is on a 2300, which means I'm not going to be able to use most of it. He is also the smooth and stealthy boy. He's a good-looking boy. He's a good-looking boy. I don't know, if I was to pick if we were going the concours portion of this, which is not a thing, I don't know, maybe this guy. So GFO, the only element axles on the day, the only element axles on the day. So the only non-AR44 origin axle. Show us what you've got. Oh, he's smooth. He is smooth. He's running all that caster. Body banging through. He's going to try a hug on this side. Very nice. That looked really out of shape and then wasn't. He is also really narrow. He's running the narrowest offset wheel of anyone here. Oh, that steer angle on an element axle, though. Look at that. Wow. That is a pirouette. I do not know what his reverse is limited to. I can tell you this, though. It's not enough. He just snatched it right back. Eddie had catch of the day. No, I gotta say GFO just... How is he doing this? I'm saying GFO just stole it because he got absolutely murdered by the teeter, the evil teeter, and bounced back from it. Look at that turn. And his turn in, so Eskee has got that real sharp angle coming in. GFO has got that sharp angle, but you never feel like you're like spinning out of control. He doesn't push wide, and that all comes down to narrowness. It's all a trade-off. Eskee is significantly wider than the GFO, and I mean like a lot. Even pulling through this on straight axles and class 2s, It's one of those things. When you see a camper, your brain immediately goes, oh, well, that's tall. His weight's going to be way up. His weight is not way up. Oh. He also runs Bosoa, battery on servo on axle, but it's not really. It's a Bosba. It's battery on servo behind axle. We built a big adapter that puts the battery directly behind the servo. So it's a little more amidships, but it's definitely lower. And I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe it's me in the moment. Oh, it's gotten a little chopped out right there. But I feel like I can feel it. He is the only rig so far that has not on any lap gone really wide out there. Coming around tennis ball 1. I had to use everybody else that had dig available to them, had to use dig. Diablo is turning in alarmingly sharp for someone fitted with TRX4 axles, and he is the he's the only guy without dig. This guy also no dig, but he turns so sharp. Because of that element axle not being high pinion, there are advantages. And we have the adjustable C-hubs. It's my biggest complaint. The F10 would be my hands-down favorite axle because both the portal version and the straight version are good, but they have fixed C-hubs. If they had if there was an F10 Pro Edition, an F10 comp axle with removable C-hubs so that I could change the caster angle, it's over. I would be replacing axles. Until then, we've got SSD Diamond Pros, I guess. Turned it so sharp, laid it on its door. I mean, the steering response, you wouldn't expect it. The steering response just keeps getting better and better and better. Everybody that goes out on the course, element axles, man, is their pinion too small? Yes. Is their pinion carrier bearing too small? They're upsized, so the original pinion carrier bearing on these, which is what is in here, are 5x10s. So I take them out and replace them with 5x10 bushings so that they don't explode and destroy the whole ring and pinion. The upgraded one, then when the SE came out, they went to a new spec for that bearing, and they went to a 5x12. Well, an AR-44 has a 5x14 in it, just like as normal. So their upgraded bearing is smaller than just what we're used to getting. He's a little bit behind Eskee's pace. We made it this far. We're just gonna go. We will asterisk, guys, if I don't think this was the quick one. It's never been. So far, this is run 12. We've never had the guy run his, like, we'll give him a little tiny allocated bonus. We've never had that run be the fast run. If it were, we would have to take it to the judges. As it was, nice parking. He finished about 14 seconds over time.
So what is there to say, really, other than what a day of constant surprises? Diablo was the only guy that did exactly as I thought he would. He was going to get bounced around and just murdered the actual rocks portions of this. We got the typical steering angle that we would expect from a TRX4 axle, but sharper? Like, compared to the others, he had the worst steer angle. But compared to any other TRX4, he was absolutely whipping it through the sharp stuff. Eddie was surprisingly good at this, even though he looks like he's built for this. He had the dig performance of the day, in my mind. Of the two in the middle have dig, the two on the outsides do not. Eddie dominated on the dig. Eskee was the biggest surprise of the day. Like, he went fast. He felt proper fast the whole time, even having the lowest wheel speed of the group by a big margin. A 1200 on portals. Eddie is running a 1200 on straight axles. So we're talking almost double the gear reduction in Eskee, and man, did he make it work. He was surprisingly good at this. Yeah, did his bumper fall all the way off? No, it's just kind of dangling there. And then the GFO. The GFO felt the most dominating at this, but it might have just been the thin, shiny veneer of incredible steer angle brought to us by the Element axles. He felt super planted. Even when he started to get out of shape, like I could rescue it. I could pull it back. And the whole day feels better. We've got a less than average amount of construction and truck noise today. I think we got through pretty clean. I'm sweating like a mule. I'm covered in spider webs. The only way to do this is to get out here early and get these boys their time. The heralded MVP of the day has got to be Cardi B, because we made it in one trip. Is it a little, like, look at the size of the top of old Carty here, and then look at the wheelbase? Yeah, I tend to drive this with one hand on the handle and one hand on the part that's holding the radios. But this is the first time it's ever been rolled out of the shed, so a little bit of low weight maybe. Maybe widen it. You know, we'll put some extended hexes on it, widen it out a little. We will figure something out until Cardi B here is just a ground destroyer. But not having to make 5 trips, oh, what luxury! What luxury! So these 4 did great. A broken chassis spacer tube. If that is the worst of what the day saw, then we did absolutely fine. That puts another Wheel in Wednesday and another run here at Mavericks in the books. If I were speculating now, and I'm sure that they'll be popping up on the screen at any moment, if I was speculating, do I think anybody challenged Argentum? I don't, but then again, Eskee and GFO put down what felt like some pretty brisky laps. Argentum was just fast. He was just fast. He soaked it all up. And we hope that somebody's going to get up there. I don't think any of these guys are the bottom. I think, I'll put it this way. So we've got 12. I don't think anybody here will be lower than 7th. So when they're showing up on screen, we'll see if future me has proved past me wrong, which is present me now, but past me to all of you. I think we had a good time. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Hit me in the comments below. Check us out on Crawler Canyon out on the Discord. Be sure to check out the live streams every Friday at noon. Ooh, I'm self-promoting. That's because I feel pretty good. We'll see you next time here from the Canyon, where hopefully a great time is had by all. It is going to be an absolute scorch today. Hey guys, let's get out of the sun. Sound good? Sounds good. In between now and when we meet again, please one and all do your very best to have a good one, everybody. We're going to load up young Carty B, and we will head back indoors where it is safe, and we will see you next time.